All right, so we've talked about converting exposures and invitations to guests. And of course, you know, the guests, so they've attended the briefing, right? They've attended the sit down. They've received the information. They've made a decision to acquire, to participate, either as a member or as an associate. And of course, you know, our next step after that, you know, the next task or the next piece of that job description is to create happy members. So what does that mean? So someone's made a decision to acquire the service. Well, understand this, the majority of the time, individuals do not recall the information was shared in its entirety. It just doesn't happen, right? They forget over 80% of it. They remember not necessarily what was said to them, they remember how they felt, right? They remember feeling good about making the decision to protect their family. They remember feeling good about making the decision to get involved, right, to become an associate. So our responsibility is to affirm, to confirm that good feeling that they have. So how do we do that? Well, number one, we make sure they utilize the service. So that may involve calling someone up 2 business days later, and maybe they broached a topic or subject or concern that they had, a reason why they wanted to utilize the service. It may require you give them a phone call and literally 3-waying them into the law firm so they can actually experience what it is to be on the phone with a law firm, with an attorney that is caring and, you know, discerning and willing to help them out and not charge them an arm and a leg to do so, right? To give them that initial experience, if you will. It may involve you give them a phone call a week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month, every 3 months, right? You select a day or time, ideally, where you follow up with your members and make sure that they've downloaded the app. Make sure they've prepared the estate plan. Make sure that they have been introduced to membership perks, right? It's the holiday times in particular. Now is a great time to remind members about membership perks so that they will actually have the opportunity to take advantage of those deep discounts, 20, 30, 40% off, right? During the holidays, travel and clothes and gifts and all that fun stuff. So we want to make sure they're utilizing the membership because happy members, creating happy members does a couple things. Number one, we have the satisfaction knowing that we changed that family or that individual's life, right? I have a hard time sometimes talking about our membership like a service or just a prize. It's really a lifestyle choice, right? We know we've enhanced their lifestyle considerably by them enrolling in membership. So we derive that satisfaction. Of course, the member is benefited because of that. Also, look, it's the business that stays that pays. So we want to make sure that the business stays on the books. So we're actually building a business, right? Building an asset that will pay us an income one day, whether we go to work or not. So that's very important. But let me tell you something else that is also extremely important. Happy members tend to become advocates, referrers, right? And so what's better? Approaching individuals cold, approaching individuals who have not experienced or learned about our service yet, and maybe for the first time you're asking them for referrals, right? You know, I have plenty of business mentors that say, look, if you're in the cold market, you're in the cold market, that's your punishment for not asking for referrals. So creating happy members makes it a lot easier to acquire referrals, right? And sometimes they become very, very happy members and they become more than advocates, they become potential associates. So this is absolutely important, right? One individual who acquired the membership who's happy with the service they receive, they believe in it, they become an advocate, they may refer 5, 10, 20, 30, 100 individuals. Look, it's happened. And it's far easier to call up Jonathan and say, hey, Jonathan, you and I don't know each other, but we have a good friend in common in Demetrius. And he's really excited about this service, what we've been able to do for entrepreneurs, families, business owners, and heads of households. And I asked him who were the sharp, smart individuals whom we really thought could benefit from it. And he said, look, you know, you're one of those individuals. You know, would you be terribly upset if I shared some information? You know what I'm saying? So, look, happy members are critical to building your business long term, right? Where you're actually, once again, building a business. A business is an asset. It's a vehicle that's paying you, and the compensation results whether you clock into work or not, whether you roll out of bed or not, right? We know in business, and LegalShield is no different. You do a lot of things in the beginning that you're not being compensated for, so later on you be compensated for things you no longer have to do. And this creating happy members is so absolutely important. So yeah, this is the third skill. This is the third time commitment. This is part of the job description, to create happy members. And then last but not least, it's to acquire referrals. We don't talk about this enough, but yeah, that's part of the job description, to acquire referrals, to actually create happy members, to ask individuals when they enroll, to ask individuals, whether it be at a briefing, at a sit down, whether it be one-on-one, and they're enrolling your website, right? And you're walking them through that process. That's the time where you ask for referrals. Look, who else do you know? Who else do you know that you want to help? Look, we can't control whether or not someone makes a buying decision or purchases our product or service, but who do you know that could benefit from this discussion we just had, that you just want to help? That family member, that friend, maybe been a victim of identity theft, has children and should have their estate plan done. At least know this is an option for them, right? Who do you want to help? Who do you know that owns a business that cares about their employees? Who do you know who's sharp, entrepreneurial, moving in the right direction in life, right? Where this could be a tremendous benefit, right? Sharp, progressive individuals appreciate this service. Who do you know who's looking for a plan B? Or quite frankly, for a plan A? Who do you know who would like to earn extra income, part-time, spare time, right? It's the holidays, people are looking for extra income to buy those gifts and do those special things for their family. Who do you know, quite frankly, who's self-motivated, entrepreneur, not afraid of work, who would be interested in an opportunity to work with a growth company and create a six-figure income? Who do you know who's passionate about the opportunity of empowering others, right? That's part of your job description as a successful LegalShield associate. So that's also a skill set as well. And so, in a recap, number one, we invite and expose. That's part of the job description. And we learn how to edify, right? To make the exposure and invitation process a lot easier, a lot more fluid for us as well as the individuals whom we're sharing the information with. We learn how to convert that exposure and that invitation to a guest, right? So we set appointments. That's a skill, right? And then once we set appointments and individuals make decisions, whether they decide to participate today, tomorrow, a year from now, 3 years from now, we still make sure our only responsibility is to give them a good presentation, right? Because here's the thing, I believe this earnestly, that, it sometimes take a little bit too far, but look, it's true to an extent. The wrong information can't fall on the right person if it's delivered correctly.